Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope we are all well. Welcome to SPTV's Wednesday Psychic Night. I'm Stace Shaw, and tonight we're going to be doing some card readings from the SPTV deck that Richard has created. So, yeah, let me know who's on. What's your name? Where do you come from? If you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook at Stace Shaw. Just type that in and you'll find me. You can reach me through SPTV. I'm also on TikTok, but I don't really go on there a lot, but you can find me on TikTok as well. But yeah, that's me. I'm a spiritualist medium and a intuitive psychic reader. So I read cards, I read colours, I read books, basically anything. Anything you can think of, I try and read for a bit of fun and to spice things up a bit. And that's me. Ta-da! But before we make a start, let's say a few hello, see who's on. We've got Doreen Baker on Facebook, all the way from Texas. Wow. And we've got the lovely Krish Pillay also on Facebook. Hi, Stace and Richard and the rest of my SPT family from South Africa. What's the weather doing over there at the moment, Krish? Hi, Debbie from the USA, who's also on Facebook. Debbie Lamb. Brenda Walker from Canada. Wow, we are reaching everywhere this evening. It's good to know. Good, we're going global. Hi to Julianne from Facebook from Derbyshire. Ah, my brother's in Derbyshire. Beautiful part of the UK. Hi, Kimmy Corpse from Alabama. Very nice. Ready for Halloween, I see with that picture. Hi, Elizabeth Jones from South Wales. Another beautiful part of the UK. Hi, Jenica, is that? Jenica Slammon from Facebook, from Crawley. Hope I pronounced your name right, Jenica. Hi, Margaret May is also on Facebook in Leicestershire. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us this evening. Don't forget to like and share the stream. We like to reach as many people as we can to help as many people as we can, and it helps SPTV grow as well. Hi, Serendipity589 on YouTube. And we've got our lovely Terry Louise and Emily and Sophie, I'm guessing, as well. Hi on YouTube. Debbie Chard on Facebook, also from South Wales. Hello from West Virginia, says Lillian Frey. Wow. And now Richard's singing in my ear. I know somebody called Virginia, but she doesn't live in Virginia. That would be pretty weird if she did. Hi, Linda Wallace on Facebook from Croydon. Lovely to see you this evening. Thank you for joining us. And we have Bernadette Connolly as well, also on Facebook. Looking very summery and cool. Hi, Anthony Murphy from London, my hometown. Well, I say my hometown, my birth town, I should say. I've been in the north for too long. Hi, Jessica. Guess who's back? Jessica Wynn on YouTube. Hi, hope you're well. Hi, Diana Hall. Hope I pronounced that last name right. Hi, Di Redmond from Coventry on Facebook. And Elizabeth, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name, from Georgia on Facebook. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening. And the lovely Christine Davis from Caterham. Hope you're well, my lovely. Loving the purple flowers. And if we can, yeah, Share, like, and follow the stream for us. Like I said, it helps SPtv grow as well. Also, check out the website, the SPtv website, for information on how to become a VIP. It costs less than a cup of coffee a month, and you get so many perks. And we've got loads of VIP events coming up, and we have special competitions and VIP Zoom chats, and it's like a little party. So it's well worth becoming a VIP. You might also get the odd discount, but shh. So yeah, bob over there. So at the moment, we have our lovely Richard has created a is it an angel deck of cards for SPtv for guidance. Very, very beautiful cards. The images are absolutely stunning. So yeah, they're ready to be pre-ordered. How much are they again? How much are they again? They're £25, but they are well worth £25. Trust me, they are absolutely stunning. We're going to be using them tonight, so you can see some of the images that Richard has created, and just to demonstrate how easy they are to pick up on the energies and read. For those that don't know, Richard is our lovely SPtv producer. He's the one that's created all the shows and created the websites and just, yeah, put everything together to bring us all together and to create this absolutely fantastic community that we've got going on Facebook and YouTube. And it's Richard, the producer, that's created the deck, all the images. He's created himself, put the book together. I think there's a total of 78 cards. 78 cards in the deck, and it comes with a booklet, but honestly you won't need the booklet. They are so easy to read, but you'll find out tonight just how easy they are. So yeah, if you want to purchase or pre-order a deck, bob across. I'm sure Richard will put the link up. Just bob across, follow the link, and yeah, purchase a pack. It's well worth it. Hi, Tina Stevens on YouTube. Hope you're well. So yeah, so tonight we're going to read from the deck. Are we using the whole deck or just part of the deck, Richard, tonight? All right, so we're going to use the whole deck this evening. So if you would like a card reading from the SPtv deck that Richard's created, pick a number from 1 to 78. Oh, sorry, 1 to 75, not 78. I didn't see. I'm making him work. I'm making him add 2 more. So yeah, while we're waiting for people to bring up the numbers, we'll just go to the adverts and see what's up and coming on SPtv.
The SPtv Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes, celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPtv Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards.
And we're back. So they are the beautiful cards that Richard has created. Now the packs have to be pre-ordered purely and simply to make sure that we get enough packs sold before they get posted out, if that makes sense. The deadline was the 11th of October, but they've managed to extend it to the 30th. Did you say, Richard? To the 30th of October. So if you want a pack of these cards, please go over and purchase a pack or pre-order a pack. If we get enough sales, enough packs ordered, the deadline is for the 30th of October. So bob along and pre-order your pack now. All right, so let's crack on. Yep, let's crack on. So these cards, I haven't physically got a pack. I haven't seen the booklet. The only time I've ever seen them is when I've used them online during the stream. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. Give me a second. A bit of a frog in my throat tonight. But yeah, I haven't seen these cards, which has given me no information about the meanings behind them. I haven't seen the booklet, so I am purely reading them from the feelings and the energies I pick up from the images that I see. How I work with cards, I look into the colours, I look into symbols, I look into, in this case, that there'll be angels. So I look at what they're holding, what they're wearing, and basically pick up on anything else, possibly the numbers as well, images within images. That's how I work. So with that being said, let's see who we've got that wants a card and what number. So pick a number from 1 to 75, and if I feel drawn to you, we will read. Richard will put the card up so everybody can see it, and I'll do a reading from that and see how it goes. So if we can roll. I'm going to go for number, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick a number, and whatever name comes up on Richard's screen, whosever name comes up under that number is the person that will get the reading. Okay, it might look different on your screen to Richard's screen, so don't think there's anybody being pushed ahead. It's purely how it falls on Richard's scrolling. All right, so I'm going to go for number 15 because today is my daughter's 15th birthday. So let's go for number 15. It's the one. It's on Tina already. There you go, Tina. It was card number 29 for Tina. So while Richard brings up that image, I will get myself mentally prepared for what comes up, because I haven't seen all these cards either. I've only seen some of them, and I will try and get through to as many people as we can. And this, like I said, this is purely intuitive, psychic readings, so that means I'm tuning into the card and I'm tuning into your energy. I'm not going to be connecting with spirit. That being said, they do sometimes pop in. If that happens, I will let you know. Oh, we've got, who's that? Archangel's Sacuel. Archangel Samuel. Okay. Any chance we can make that card a little bit bigger? Please? He's handsome. Oh, and interestingly enough, yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with the number while Richard's sorting the picture out. 29, we've got 9 and 2, which is 11. 11, from my research and from what fits right with me, other mediums or psychics may see the numbers differently. But number 11 for me is a master number, and that is all about past lives, being here before and having the choice to come back. And the reason why I say that, Tina, is I feel like there's choices that you need to be made, or there's choices that need to be made. But I do feel these choices are a repeat of lessons that have been learned before, because this is all about reliving a life to have the experiences that you didn't get to live in the life before, if that makes sense. So I feel that there's, even though you feel like you're repeating a cycle at the moment, whether that be behavior or physical, or there's a situation that you feel is being repeated, I feel it's being repeated because there's lessons that have yet to still be learned from that. Okay, so that's the first thing I need to say on that. Now he's holding a sword in his hand, and the sword, for me, that takes me back to the Ace of Swords in the tarot, which is a victory card. So I do feel there's success. I do feel a sense of firm but fair justice as well. If I look at his face, he's very stern, he's very firm, and he's like, this is how it is. I'm not going to fail. This is my success. And that's it. There's no pushing me. And again, I feel this is like a little bit of, shall we say, strong-willed determination instead of stubborn, Tina. I do feel there's a little bit of a stubborn streak, but you would call it strong-willed determination, I feel. But it's that strong-willed determination and that little bit of a stubborn streak that allows you to push ahead when things get difficult and allow you to overcome obstacles to succeed in life. And that's with anything, whether it be work, whether it be personal, whether it be sorting out misunderstandings or anything like that. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever you make a choice about, you stick to it and you push forward with it and you succeed with it. The golden crown above his head, that reminds me of the sun. Again, the sun card, it's all about abundance for me. And it's all about having that energy and that passion and that fire to forge ahead when things get cloudy. And I keep making reference to the cloudy because he's all in grey for me. Even though it's a slightly bluey grey, that for me is mental. So I do feel there's a little bit of mental indecision and a little bit of mental fogginess going on. I do feel there's some clarity needed. But what I want to say to you is keep your eyes open, keep your stance firm, and have the strength of your convictions. And I'm saying that because he's got the bronze on his shoulder, he's got the bronze belt round his waist, and that's almost his support system. It's like the bronze shoulder pads are holding things straight and holding things together, and the belt is keeping things very tight, very organized, and very well sort of tied in. So again, let me know if that makes sense. In terms of having your own armor and support. Say that again, sorry. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, I do feel a sense of inner strength with this card, with yourself. Yeah, keep pushing forward and keep doing what you're doing, my darling. I also see the medallion around it. It's very subtle, but there's a medallion around his neck. That's gold, and I want to say keep your heart open. Don't be closed off to people, because I do feel like not so much. I know you've just said you've lost a lot, but I don't feel this is to do with the sense of loss. I feel this is more of a sense of people doing the unexpected, if that makes sense. It's like you've seen people one way, and you've kind of expected them to be one way, and they've shown themselves in a completely different light. And I feel this has gone deep. Okay, I do feel this has gone pretty deep with yourself. But I want to say keep that heart open. Okay, you have been. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. But there's definitely good things coming in. Whatever troubles you've had, there's definitely good things coming in, because like I said, you've got the sun, you've got the sword. Even though the sword isn't upright, it's level. So it's not up, it's not down. So yeah, good things coming in. And I'll leave that with it. Your husband has changed a lot. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, just stand firm, my darling. And like I say, just stand firm and have the strength of your convictions. That's the message of the card. And keep pushing forward with that strong-willed determination of yours. Okay, my darling, I will leave that with you. Okay, let's go to number 60. Bev Ridley. Oh, look at the beautiful butterflies as well. Oh, another number 11. Wow. Oh, I'm just waiting for the image to come up, and we have the lovers card. There we go. 1 and 1 make 2. There you go. 1 is the new beginnings. 2 is planting the seeds and moving forward for me with a positive attitude to them new beginnings. Now, I know this is the lovers card, but this doesn't necessarily have to do with anything romantic. This could be with making connections on a friendship level, reconnecting with friends, reconnecting with family, or anything of that nature. So as I tune into the card, you've got the beautiful blue sky. So I do feel at the moment there is a connection with somebody very close to you, and this connection has a very good communication going on. However, there are little storm clouds or little white fluffy clouds in the sky in the background. So I do feel there's a lot of talking needed to be done amongst the talking that's already been done. And for me, it feels like there's a discussion about expectations needing to be set. I feel like there's an issue with boundaries being crossed at the moment. It's almost like you both have expectations of how you want things to be or how you think you should act, but there hasn't been any discussion between you both on what they should be. Like there's been no, well, if you do this, then maybe we could do this, or if you want this, maybe we could do that. I feel there's a lot of compromise. Again, we've got the grey in the card, and grey for me is about in this case would be about compromise and learning how to not back down, it's not a case of backing down or being wrong or being right. It's about meeting in the middle. They've both got their hands on each other's shoulders. So for me, that's about meeting in the middle. It's about compromise. And once you've done that, it'll bring these bonds closer. Okay, my darling. Let me know if this makes sense, Bev. There's also, can you just put the card up a little bit bigger, please, Richard? Because I can't see the gentleman's wings. I get a kind of feeling because the lady's wings are up, and I move it across a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Okay, so both wings are up. See, I got a feeling before I saw the gentleman's wings that the lady's wings were up, but the gentleman's was slightly lower. So I do feel at the moment there's more effort being put in on your side. You're wanting to fly high, he's wanting to fly low. So I do feel like the issue and the compromise is needed where patience is concerned and where timings are concerned. It does make sense. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Now with yourself, I feel there's because I'm seeing the pinks and the oranges and again the pale blues. I'm seeing a sense of fun. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling like everything's slotted into place and you just want to move on and you want to get on and you just want to enjoy it and you just want everything to be bump 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 bump. You just want to move on with things. But with the gentleman or with the other person, and I do feel it's a gentleman because I keep saying gentleman, I do feel that there's a slight hesitation and he would rather take things slower. My boyfriend won't. What does that say? My boyfriend won't. I can't quite see the comment. He won't discuss. Yeah, I was going to say that I do feel there's a little bit of hesitancy with him at the moment, and I do feel he kind of wants to take it a little bit slower and have a little bit more. He wants to take it at a more relaxed pace. So I feel like you're the one doing all the planning because you want to plan this and you want to be organised, and he's the one that's saying that's kind of backing off a little bit and like he without putting it in a disrespectful way, he's like just chill, enjoy it for what it is. Everything will come together when it's meant to. We don't need to be, planning this or planning that or planning the other. You understand that. Thank you for that confirmation. So yeah, so there's definitely a conversation needed. There's definitely compromise needed. And I want to say, my darling, don't push it, okay? Compromise a little bit, slow down a little bit, have that conversation, make sure he's really ready and that you're both on the same page. Because sometimes if you're up there and you're down here, eventually you're going to clash and that's just going to push the bonds away. But with that communication and that understanding and that compromise, you will get where you want to be, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than what you would have hoped because you need to make sure that the other person has that time to adjust as well. All right, my darling, I hope that helps and thank you for working with me. So we will go with let's go for a low number. Let's go for number 8. Synchronicities. Good evening, Tammy Mason on Facebook. I hope you are well. And you've got the number 8 as well. So let's see what card number 8. The first thing I want to say about the number 8 is it looks like the infinity symbol. So I do feel with your energy that you are somebody who is very loyal and a friend for life. And the fact that the butterfly is there as well. there's a lot of transformation on your personal development. I feel you've had to do a lot of work on yourself, a lot of healing. And look at that, the Chariot. Oh my gosh. Yes, there's definitely been some positive changes in your life, and I feel right now the world is your oyster. Now I'm looking at the lady on the horse, and I feel this is you. I feel you're very much a free spirit, and I feel I'm looking at that horse, and it just wants to break away. The lady isn't even holding the reins; she's just letting the horse go. And I feel this is the energy with you. I feel like all the problems that you've had in the past, all the obstacles that you've had to go through, has led you to exactly where you need to be right now, and you are now ready to just go, be as free as that horse, and just ride with the wind, go with the flow. All right, and that's what I need to say to you. I don't feel there's anything in your way at the moment. There's no obstacles there. I do feel I don't know if that's her dress or the wings in the background. I can't quite make it out, but yeah, where the image goes up, it almost looks like the chariot's running through a parted sea, I want to say. And it's like the surf waves are covering them both, covering the horse and the lady on the horse. But I also see I know her hair is like a golden blonde, ash blonde type colour. But I'm seeing a golden crown on her head. Almost like I can't remember what they're called. The type of headwear that Indians wear, not native Indians, people from India wear. The yeah, I can't remember what they're called, but them kind of headwear that yeah, it's like a headdress. But it's a golden one, and I feel again this has been through a lot in the past year. Yeah, I can feel that, my darling. But again, gold for me, that's the color of abundance. It's the color of richness. It's the color of all good things coming your way. You've been through whatever you've had to go through. You've broken through them obstacles, and you've managed to control the horse, so to speak. And now you're just ready to let it fly. I feel like you've had to be in control for so long, and now is the time to let go of that control. Okay, my darling. Now I'm looking at the bubble, what looks like a bubble at the back. I see that as the moon. Even though it's a bright daylight card, I see that as a moon. And sometimes you can see the moon in the day if it's a clear enough day. And again, it goes back to that clearness, that clarity of mindset. Again, it's pale blue, so this for me is all about the mental mindset, and you know exactly what you want and exactly where you're going now. I kind of feel like
Hi everybody, Richard here. Sorry to disturb your evening, but it seems that we have lost Stace in the live connection. She has just messaged me and told me her PC has just crashed, so she will try and come back as quickly as she can. In the meantime, obviously you can see the card here for Tammy and the chariot. no doubt that Stace will continue with the reading when she comes back, and I'm going to leave that on screen because I think it looks pretty funny. So anyway, so what I'm going to do for Tammy is I'm going to carry on with the read with the description that we have written down for the chariot for you, and hopefully that, and when Stace comes back, she can continue. But what we've written down for ourselves and what this card represents is the chariot card represents determination, willpower, and forward movement. Like a charioteer driving into two opposing forces, this card symbolizes the balance between control and instinct. The chariot encourages you to harness your inner strength and focus your intention to overcome challenges and unwavering resolve. You can navigate through obstacles and steer your life in a direction you desire. The chariot energy empowers you to take charge of your path and confidently pursue your goals. And there you go. So I hope that helps with you there, Tammy, but no doubt that Stace will come on and finish off her reading. Stace, I've just given Tammy the description from the pack until you came back.
So, did it match up to what I was saying?
I wasn't listening to you, to be honest with you. You know.
Maybe Tammy can confirm that. I do apologise, people. I don't know what happened there. My computer decided to have a meltdown for a minute. I guess they got sick of me waffling on.
Probably.
But yes, as I was saying, I don't know if this makes any sense to what Richard had already created in the book, but I was drawing reference to the bubble at the back as being the moon energy. And again, I do feel like this moon energy is very significant for you. I do feel you draw a lot on the moon energy. You know, when it's a full moon or whatever, the moon affects your moods. But again, I feel the moon energy gives you that sort of sense of power and that sense of fullness and that sense of abundance coming in. And I'm also seeing the golden circles that are inside the moon. That looks like a compass to me. So again, it's about heading in the right direction. You're moving forward. You're not looking back. Whatever's gone behind you, you're not letting it affect your future. So I want to say, keep doing what you're doing. Definitely keep being that free spirit, and just go and enjoy life, my darling, because you thoroughly deserve it and you've earned it. I want to say, all right. So I will leave that with you, and thank you for working with me. And I do apologize for the disappearing act. I hope that made sense. Oh, so let's see what number we're going to next. Let's go 21. Keep the door. Slamming on Facebook. Hello, my lovely. Thank you for joining us this evening. And you want card number 56. I love the little dove there that you've got in your comments. Oh, the innocence card. Just wait for Richard to put it up on the screen. Oh, look at that. Oh, this makes my heart melt. She's beautiful, isn't she? Look at that. Right, the first thing I spot is the daisies in her hair. So I want to be taken to late spring, early summer. Would be significant memories for you. I feel this is where you would have been at your most peaceful. And I want to say as well, you kind of you do see the world through the eyes of a child. It's not naivety. I don't feel that you're naive, but you just see things from the same perspective as a child. Like you're always questioning, always querying, always curious. and you just bring light. Even in bad situations, you can pick up a positive, and you can bring in a light and a bit of a smile into a bad situation. Let me know if that makes sense, Jenica. Okay. Now, for some reason, you probably get called this anyway, because most people do short names, but I do feel I want to shorten your name to Jenny, not Jen, Jenny. So I do feel that as a child, people would have called you Jenny, and Jenica would only be used if you was in trouble. You can take that. Thank you for that confirmation. Now, I'm also seeing almost like tribal jewelry on her wrists and on her dress as well. So I want to say that I want to say that you are spiritually aware, and again, you're going at it from a purely innocent point of view. Again, always questioning, always querying. If things don't make sense to you, you're not afraid to ask them difficult questions, or questions that people are too afraid to ask. You'd be the one to speak up and ask them. But I also get a sense of thriving on a community with yourself. When I see tribal jewelry or tribal headwear or anything of that nature, it brings me back to my roots. And I want to say you are very grounded and you are very rooted, and family is very, very central to your soul purpose, if you like. Whether they be in spirit or whether they be down here, the orbs around this beautiful girl are just stunning, absolutely stunning. And again, I feel like you've got the love of spirit always surrounding you, and I do feel that you feel this as well. You feel the love of spirit around you all the time. I feel like you're talking to the angels. You send prayers up, you send out a lot of love and healing, because my hands are going warm as I'm generating the energy from the card. You've also got the white aura around her. If you look at the card, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see the white aura around her hair, down her body. It's almost like a little outline that's outlining the shape of her figure. So again, white for me is the pure love from spirit. Family is your world. Yeah, I can completely pick that up. Oh, now what she's holding in her hand, I can see two things in her hand. I can see something that looks like the shape of a small book, but I'm also seeing a candle with a light on it. So I do want to say, in terms of the book, there is some research or some knowledge that you are gaining, and I do feel there's a sense of study that you are either undertaking or thinking of undertaking. And the fact that it's got the light coming up from the image that I see as well is a green light to undertake whatever this gaining of knowledge is, wherever it fits in. You've got the green light to go, because you are capable, and I feel that you need a little bit of belief in yourself. I do feel there's not enough confidence in yourself, and there's not enough self-belief. But you have got the light. You are full of light. You are full of love. You are full of. It's just, I feel all kinds of warm and fuzzy and cozy around you. If I needed any advice, or if I was feeling really down or really low, or I just needed a cup of tea and a hug, you would be the person I'd come to from the energy of this card. And again, I do feel people are drawn to you for that reason. You feel lost after losing your loved ones. Darling, they're all around you. The orbs in the card are absolutely amazing. You've got all the love of spirit around you. So they are with you. Yeah, just I really want to bring back that sense of childlike awe and wonder around with you. So not only have you got the love and light of spirit, but you need to find your light back on the earth plane as well. You need to be back in the present, and you need to bring back that sense of light and that sense of knowledge and that sense of childlike curiosity. So look out for the signs that they're sending you, because I do feel that they are giving you signs, but I do feel that you're missing them for whatever reason. It could be the grief, it could be the fact that you're focusing on what you've lost rather than focusing on what you've gained, if that makes sense. And I want to say, when one door shuts, another door opens. Okay, I feel that's the message of the card. When one door shuts, another door opens. Yes, you've lost a lot, but you can also gain a lot. All right, my darling. So keep that light shining. Keep your chin up. Keep that light shining. Grief is a very individual and personal thing, so I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, you've got to move on, get over it, whatever, because you don't ever get over grief. You learn to live with it, because grief can change people in many ways, because it's not just the physicality of the person that you're grieving for. All right, so be gentle with yourself as well. I want to say, this girl in the card, she's got a very gentle soul. She's got very gentle coloured skin. Everything about her is gentle. So again, be gentle with yourself. All right, my darling. Don't try and fly too high too quick. Give yourself time. All right. And that's all I can really say about that. Give yourself time. I want to give you citrine for energy, and I want to give you rose quartz for the love, and I want to give you amethyst for the calmness, the sleep, and the anxiety. All right, so I will leave them 3 crystals with you, and thank you for working with me, my darling. Ooh, she's pretty. I could sit and look at these cards all day long. Okay, let's go for number 40. Yeah, making him work. Making him work. Oh, the lovely Kaylee. Hello, my darling. How are you? Hope you're well. Kaylee Byrne on YouTube. Number 5 for Kaylee. Oh, we've got the Empress for you, my lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I know this is called the Empress card, but for me, that looks like a phoenix. She's got phoenix wings. She's got the fiery hair. So, Kaylee, my darling, I do feel with yourself, this is all about, again, it seems to be the theme of the night. This is all about rising from past traumas and obstacles and difficulties. And I want to say you've even though you've hit a bit of a flaw, you've come back stronger and ever than before. But still in control, I want to say. So it's not been like a quick explosion of boom, yes, I'm back and I can do this. It's been more of a gentle build up. And I say that because the oranges in the wings and the hair, they're a very gentle orange. They're not a flaming, exploding, fiery orange, if that makes sense. So I do feel like you're very much in control of your emotions. Again, the blue, but I'm seeing it as a watery blue. I'm seeing her dress as like a watery flow, and that for me is emotions. So again, I do feel that emotionally you are now in control, and you are now in a better place and more stable. The orange is also going to like a gold color as the wings go up. They seem to get more orange, and then the orange turns to more gold, and then you've got the gold around her head as well. So again, that for me is about richness and abundance and positive things coming in. So I do feel you're in a better place now than you was a few months ago. amongst the gold, I'm seeing the silver crown. They look like icicles coming off her head, fire and ice, yin and yang. So again, it's all about that balance, and I do feel again you've got that balance, but silver is also for me protection from spirit, protection from negativity, protection from um, protection, healing from whatever's been going on. They've kind of helped you with, and I do know that you're spiritually aware, so you will understand what I mean by that. Now, I'm looking at her hands, and there is something coming from her hands, and I can't quite make out what it is. What is that? Okay, this is going to sound. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, move it up a little bit. Yeah, why they look very strange. It looks like she's got some sort of toy coming from her hand. Like it looks like fishing bait or something. And it's funny because before Richard managed to enlarge the card for me, I was actually going to say it looks like little fish on the end of a line coming from her fingers, which sounds absolutely bizarre. Let me know if you understand a Gemini in the family, Kaylee, because I'm seeing the two fish. Yeah, that's very odd. I'm also seeing again, I'm seeing the sword in her breastplate as it comes down into the skirt, and the armor that she's wearing on the wrist, and it kind of almost reminds me of Xena, the warrior princess. So again, I want to say that you are a warrior, and you fought battles that nobody can even begin to understand. But you've done it successfully, and you've done it gradually. And again, it's about rising from the ashes and being able to overcome them obstacles. Now, the two I want to say staffs that are at each side of it. Can you just zoom out a little bit, please, Richard? Move it up a little bit. Yeah, I do feel that's a gateway. Where she's got her hands, it's almost like you've got two. They look like staffs, but I do feel this is part of a gateway or a portal. So again, I do feel that you're leaving the past behind you now, and you're walking through this new gateway, and it's going to bring in a whole lot of new energy and new positive vibes, and an abundance of positive things coming your way. I do feel there's still some emotional healing to be done, but it's slowly getting there. And I do feel you've had help from spirit with this, because as I look into the card, in the bottom corner I see a gentleman, and this gentleman has got his hands out like he's reaching out to give you a helping hand. You can just see it in the shadow. I don't know if anyone else can see it. And also in the top you've got like it almost looks like the shadow of a black panther. Um, and panthers for me, that they're like the big cats, the ultimate big cats. So you've got loyalty, you've got protection, and I also want to say links to Egypt or something to do with the Egyptians. Recently married, so walking from gate and new start makes sense. Absolutely, healing still needed, but so much stronger. Thank you for that confirmation, my lovely, and I'm glad it resonates with you. But yes, I've got the big cats, and I want to go to the Egyptians with this big cat and this panther. That is also for protection as well. Not protection against anything, you know, like majorly bad, but I want to say protection from negativity and that kind of thing. But you've definitely got the love and help from somebody in spirit. Because like I say, I saw that gentleman in the bottom of the card at the bottom of the pole reaching his hands out. So I do know you've had the love and light of spirit around you as well. All right, so I'll leave that with you, my darling. Enjoy the new start. Congratulations on recently getting married. Congratulations for that. But yeah, lots of positive things coming your way, my darling. Okay, keep walking forward and keep rising over them obstacles, because you're absolutely doing the right thing and good to be where you are. All right, so let's go for number. So I think. Oh, let's go for number 2. Let's go for an easy one. Number 13. Lucky for some, unlucky for others. So while Richard's putting the right card up. Oh, got my lovely man. My lovely man. Okay, so first thing I want to say, Mary, is I don't know if you are in a position of authority, but I do feel very authoritative, if that is even a word. Authoritative. Yeah, authoritative. Get me tongue in. Yeah, I do feel at the moment you're in a position where you're needing to be firm, and you're needing to get a little bit, not bossy, but you need to be what's the word I'm looking for? Having strength in your convictions and your expectations with other people. I hope that makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because this gentleman is sat on the throne. He's not budging from that throne, and he's holding his staff like he's ready to kind of stamp it, and that kind of, this is how it needs to be, this is how it's going to be, and it is not open for debate. I wouldn't want to argue with this gentleman at the minute, and I feel this is very much the argument, not the argument with yourself, but the energy with yourself. I do feel very much that you are not in the mood to be argued with at the moment, with a specific situation. There's also let's see, there's also a serpent around his chair arm, in between the staff and the chair arm. So I do feel that, again, this is about shedding old skin, shedding old habits, and shedding, getting rid of, getting rid of old habits, and making way for the new. And I want to say having new attitudes as well. Let me have a look. What else? Okay. Okay. There is a face in his breastplate. So I do feel there is. I do feel you're very open to spirit. So as well as the angel, I do feel that you are opening up to somebody else in spirit. There is a gentleman in spirit that walks with you as well. Now, I also want to say, with this, I'm changing it from a serpent to a snake, and yes, there is a difference, a very slight difference, but there is a difference. A serpent for me is very much bigger, very much thicker, and very much more personality-wise. It's very forceful and it can be very intimidating. Whereas with a snake, most snakes will only attack when they feel threatened or when they feel backed into a corner, whereas a serpent is more of a free spirit, if that makes sense, according to legends and folk stories and all the rest of it. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's changed from a serpent to a snake is I do feel there's been some health issues, because snakes are for healing, and I have had it said that it's what is it, symbol of the first aid? Is it St. John's ambulance or the first aid or something? St. John's ambulance, yeah, it is a symbol of the St. John's ambulance. So the healing and yeah, the healing is there for that. So I do feel that you've had some health issues around you as well, Mary, at the moment, and that there is very much some healing needed. I'm also being taken. For those that know me, I speak Harry Potter and Disney, and I do know that the fangs of the basilisk in Harry Potter, that's full of sort of venom and is able to kill off negativity. You wish you could connect to spirit. You can connect to spirit, Mary. You can. You see the light coming from his head? That's the light that you send out to the universe. It just takes learning, development, and practice. So what I want to say to you is if you want to develop that further, find yourself a reputable mentor or circle or spiritual church where they do development. Don't try and do it on your own. Try and find a group or a mentor that you can teach with. Now, I do feel there's some shadow work needed with you, because I'm seeing the black around the wings and under the chair, and it's rising up. So I do feel there's some shadow work needed with you, which means that you have to accept the negative flaws of yourself and try and work on them a little bit more. And again, the angels are around you to help that. But yeah, I feel kind of stuck with you at the moment with this card, even though you need to be firm and authoritative and you feel the need to reset boundaries at the moment. I do feel there's a sense of being stuck. It's like you put on a persona of strength and authority, and I want to say almost military type attitude towards things to prove you don't like showing your vulnerabilities. That's the word. Thank you. You don't like showing your vulnerabilities. You don't like people seeing any kind of weakness that comes from yourself. And I want to say you need to work on that, and you need to be a little bit softer with that. Okay, it's not a weakness to ask for help, and it's not a weakness to let people know that you need help and that you are struggling, whether it be mental, physical, spiritual, whatever the case may be. You can't do it. No man is an island. Okay, no man is an island. So I don't want to say swallow your pride, because I don't feel it's an issue of pride. It's more of a case of being afraid of having them vulnerabilities taken advantage of. Would love to know if my mum was around me. Spirit are always around you, Mary. They are. They're always around you. They're only a thought away. All you have to do is look for the signs. Few things and changes are happening at the moment that I'm stuck with. Yeah, I get a sense of that. But again, you're going to remain stuck if you don't ask for advice and you don't get that help. Okay, so it's not something you can be stubborn about. Again, it's not about showing weakness. It's not weak to ask for help, and it's not weak to show vulnerabilities. Other people can learn from your vulnerabilities, and you can strengthen your vulnerabilities by taking on other people's strength. So I'm going to leave that advice with you and leave this this angel with you, and I hope that helps. Okay, my darling, thank you for working with me. Okay, shall we go for another one, or have we run out? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. What number haven't we had yet? Let's go for 18. Warwick is singing the number song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I got to fish alive. Number 11 again. Carla. Okay, well this will be no. Let's go for number 11 because it'll. This is the first time we've had two the same card for two different people, so this will be interesting how I read into it again for somebody else. Oh, it's a lover's card, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Okay. So just tune into your energy, Carla. Just okay. All right. So the thing I'm seeing, my darling, is which I didn't pick up in the card before when I read it, is the oranges and the rusty browns around the gentleman angel in the card. Now, even though angels have no gender, from what I've learnt from my own research and my own work with the angels and from listening and watching other people, angels have no gender. So I do feel for you this card is gender neutral. I don't know why I feel that at the moment, but I do feel it's gender neutral. So I do feel this if this isn't a romantic relationship, I do feel this would be a close bond of friendship, either between siblings or with somebody that you would class as a sibling, like a soul sibling. Now I do feel that the energy I'm getting from the what I call the gentleman angel, I do feel very much grounded. I feel very passionate, grounded, and controlled. That being said, I also get a sense of a fiery temper as well. I feel like little things can set this person off. I don't feel this is with your energy. I do feel that this is with whoever is around you that's close to you that this is concerning. There's somebody around you that's got a very quick temper, and again, it's more of an anxiety and a frustration that triggers this temper off whenever they feel the need to be in control or they feel out of control. So what I want to say is, again, I want to say there's compromise needed, and I'm looking at the way he's holding on to the female, the feminine angel. It's almost like he's gripping her shoulder and he doesn't want to let go. Like I just feel like I need that support and I need that that reassurance. And I feel that if that's turned away, it's going to be lost, and I'm not going to know what to do, where I am, and I just get all signs of panic with this person. Let me know if you can understand this person around you, Carla, please, so I know I'm on the right path. Or if I'm not on the right path, just tell me I'm talking rubbish. um, but I do feel that you are the main support for this person, and I do feel there's a lot of insecurity with this person. Now, tuning into your energies as the feminine angel, I do feel you know who this is and what this is about, but I also do feel that this is draining your energy because you're trying so hard to keep this person on a level footing. It's almost taking you off your level footing, if that makes sense. It's making you feel unbalanced because you're taking all these emotions on from the other person and soaking it up for yourself, that it's putting you out of balance. I see purple in the cards, so there is healing needed. But the storm clouds, I'm seeing more storm clouds in the sky. So again, this is affecting you daily. It's affecting your mental health and your physical health. And I also want to say it's affecting your sleep because again, I'm getting the blues. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of heat, a lot of fire. Um, and the fact that I'm seeing the orange as fire coming through the feminine angels body as well, it is, I just feel like it's ripping through me. You can't take on the world, Carla, okay? That's the message of the card. You can't take on everybody else's problems and not expect to get affected by it. So as much as you want to help, yes, you can be a help and a support, but you also need to manage your own boundaries and make sure that you keep your energies up and keep protected from the other person's energies draining you. So help and support by all means, but also put boundaries in place and reach that compromise, not just for them but for yourself as well. Okay, I'll leave that with you and I hope that helps. Very interesting how I saw that very differently and picked up different energy from that. So yeah, there's a Peggy, I come here all the time. So enjoy listening. I come here all the time, and I so enjoy listening to you guys tell people how to love them every time I come here. I hope my daughter comes through, but she never does. My niece had a dream that she didn't cross over yet, and I need to know if she did. Okay, Peggy, my darling, thank you for the positive feedback. That's nice of you to say. We love doing that. I love doing this. I can't. Everybody on SPtv loves helping people. That's why we do it. We give our time for free. We help, Richard build the community. We absolutely love doing what we do because that's what it's all about. It's all about helping people, and if we can help just one person, it makes it all worthwhile. Now, in terms of your daughter never coming through, your niece had a dream that she didn't cross over yet, right? What I would suggest is that dream, from my own personal opinion, this is not from psychic or spirit or anything else. My own personal belief with that would be that would be your niece's fear and insecurity playing out in her sleep. Okay, my darling. Everybody crosses over. My personal belief, and I'm sure other mediums or psychics or other people would agree. Everybody crosses over. Okay, everybody is met from what we believe. Obviously, we can't say it's a guarantee, and we can't say it definitely does because we haven't been there yet. So nobody really knows until we get there. But I do believe that everybody is met when they cross over by, they're carried over by an angel, in my belief, and then they're met by their loved ones. So please don't think that your niece hasn't crossed over. Yes, spirit come down in visitation. Yes, they can visit in dreams. They can visit at any time they want to. They're only a thought away. You call them and they will give you signs that they are around. Okay, so please don't ever worry that a loved one hasn't crossed, because it is my belief that absolutely everybody crosses over. As for her not coming through, there is no time in spirit, from what we understand and from what we believe. There is no time. Time is a man-made, earthly, physical thing. She told my niece she still has some stuff to do here. Okay. She may come down and visit, and she may still have some things that she needs to do, as you put it. But the main reason I believe that spirit visit us is to let us know that they're okay and that they're around and that they're safe, and also to give us that reassurance, like in dreams, if there's something they want us to know, they will come through and visit in dreams and give us messages that way, or they will do they'll come through a medium like myself or any other medium to give you the message that they want you to know, or to give you the reassurance that they want you to know. But don't ever think that they haven't crossed over, because they would have crossed over and they would have been met by loved ones and family. Okay. A lot of things can block people coming through from spirit. They miss us as much as we miss them. Grief works both ways, just because we're on the spirit side. So sometimes it can take time. If they've gone from a long illness and they've needed some healing, it's my belief that they receive healing once they cross over, if it's needed. But sometimes it can be that they don't want to upset you, or it's too soon. And it's about acceptance as well, accepting that they've physically gone from this world, and then taking it slowly to build up for the spiritual connection, if that makes sense. A lot of things everybody I've ever loved I've dreamed of within 6 months after their death. My brother, my sister, my best friend spent 12 years for her. Yeah, but they will come through when the time is right, is all I can say to that. And what I also say to people is, even if you haven't heard from them through a medium, or you've not received any messages from them, my lot come through to tell me off. They always come through to tell me off. So if I don't hear from my loved ones for a while, yes, it kind of gets me down a little bit, especially when I feel like I need them to be there. But it doesn't mean they're not there. If they're not coming through to me, it means I'm doing something right. Okay. But look out for signs. Even if she's not come through a medium with a message, or she's not come through a psychic or through a card, it doesn't mean that she's not there. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you. It doesn't mean she doesn't want to connect. It just means that maybe she needs to learn how to do that, because it's if they haven't connected with the spiritual on this earth, how are they going to do it when they get over there? So I believe that sometimes they need a little bit of help connecting from that side to this side, if they don't know how to do it. It's like, riding a bike. You don't learn how to ride a bike by jumping on it and pedaling. It takes time to learn how to use the pedals and how to use the brakes. And I feel that connecting with spirit from either this side or that side is very much the same. It's a learning curve, because we're so used to doing things down here. When we get up there, well, how do we know how everything works? Sometimes we have to be shown, don't we? And it's a learning curve for them just as much as it is for us, I do believe. But that's my own personal view on that. Friday's her birthday. Her brother was born the same day, so she'll be 30, would have been 34 on Friday, and he will be 35. So look out for the signs. I'm sure that with it coming up for her birthday, she will give you some signs. It'll be either pictures moving or a feather, or maybe you see her favourite bird, or a favourite song will come on the radio. Little things like that. Just look out for the signs. She will be trying to communicate with you, but it will be in the way that she knows how. Okay, not necessarily through a message, but don't ever think that she hasn't crossed over, because she will have crossed over. She will be with loved ones, and she would have been taken over by her angel, so to speak. Okay, so I hope that gives you some reassurance, my lovely. And I think that's it. Sorry? So that's me done for the night, guys and girls, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you to Richard for having me on. Thank you all for being here this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. I am Stace Shaw. You can find me on Facebook at Stace Shaw 180, I think it is. Or you can reach me through SPtv. I also do bookings for the community showcase, which we are now taking bookings for 2024. So if you are a developing psychic or medium, or you want to talk about inspired writing, or you're a developing psychic artist, drop us an email at showcase@psychicstv.online, and we will see if we can arrange for you to be booked in on the showcase. Show off your talents and do what I do, although I'm not very talented. Anyway, that's me for the night. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good rest of the week if we don't see you before. Thank you, Natalie. Who have we got on tomorrow, Richard? We've got Emily Baker on at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening on Facebook and YouTube. Joining for that, she's an amazing psychic artist, and she will be giving readings and doing her art. Thank you, Kim. So yeah, tune in for that. I will probably be on for that as well. I'll see you in the chat. Thank you, Stace, for a beautiful evening, and thank you, Richard. Thank you, Alicia, for joining. So that's us done. I will love you and leave you. God bless. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your evening. Much love. See you later.